Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update on my classic rolling project 10 pan. This project has been pretty slow moving for me this year. However, in saying that, I only have 2 products left out of my 10 that have been in since the beginning of this year. So I guess I'm doing better than I give myself credit for, but these are very lofty goals, mostly products I want to finish off, but also some harder products to hit pan on, for example. So I knew that this was going to be a slower moving project, and I just want to make these products my focus with these bigger goals and reaching for them on a pretty consistent basis, and I do feel like I have been doing that. We're going to start off with our sprays. So first we have our Ofra Makeup Fixer setting spray, and I have been making about the same progress every single month on this product, which means I really hope to finish this in the next month. I have about 1 centimeter left in the bottom. If I don't hold this a very specific way, it is starting to spit at me. I might need to put this in a different container to truly get every last drop, but this makeup setting spray works really well for me. I feel like it's a good value. It was 8 fluid ounces, and I do set my face every time I do my makeup. And I started out in June of last year, and it's going to take me almost a full year and a half to have used this up, so I think that's pretty good. The other spray product I have in here is a fragrance. This is a Dove body mist. It is the purple one. I don't know what the scent is beyond. It's a very sweet floral. I had wanted to finish this before the end of summer, but I didn't quite get there. However, I was able to make a new line, and I really am making progress on this. It's just moving a bit slowly, but I will be really happy to have this finally gone. It's not my favorite scent, and beyond that, the packaging is very beat up. It's not aesthetically pleasing in my fragrance tray. That is a bit silly. Obviously, if it was like my favorite scent ever, I wouldn't care if it was aesthetically pleasing or nice to look at, but it's neither of those things, so I want to move this out. We're going in a bit of a random order today instead of from the products that have been in the longest to the ones I rolled in most recently. The oldest primer in my collection is the NYX Angel Veil primer. I am trying to finish this off. I have used this 6 times since the last update for a total of 74 tracked uses. I have been stuck in the same part because this is filling with air, so I can't see beyond this. However, let's see if I can like actually show you guys. Maybe I'll have to put in a picture, but I don't know if you can see. It appears that there's only like the tiniest bit of primer like in the very bottom part of this container, which is very exciting. If I could have this finished for next month as well, that would be absolutely amazing. This is a more mattifying primer, but it doesn't do the best job at mattifying, and it doesn't blur very well either, so I'm just looking forward to having this be and empty. I've used my Seraphine Botanicals Happy Hibiscus blush 6 times since the last update as well, for a total of 69 tracked uses. I feel very close to meeting my goal on this. My goal is to hit pan on it. 70 uses on this tiny little blush feels like a lot. This only has 2 grams of product in here, and I am seeing visual changes almost every time that I reach for this blush. It's the blush I'm wearing today. It's a really beautiful neutral leaning color, and it goes with a lot of different looks. I can't wait to have another blush pan in my collection. I said I wanted to finish a Super Shock shadow this year. That's not going to happen, but I am working on the shade KathleenLights, which was obviously in collaboration with KathleenLights. It's this very bright orangey metallic. It is in my look today. I've used this 4 times since the last update for a total of 22 uses since rolling it into this project in February. So clearly I'm not prioritizing this enough to use it up, but I do feel like the pan has expanded in the last little bit, and I have been focusing my finger on the high edges because they just looked really tall still. I'm not going to finish this, but it is a beautiful color and it works really well with a bunch of other eyeshadows I'm working on, so I do just want to keep on focusing on it. I mean, as much as 4 uses in a month is focusing on it. I have used my Rimmel Stay Matte powder 11 times since the last update. This is very slow moving. I would love to hit pan again in the center so that I can see better visual progress every time I use this. I've used this powder 190 times that I have tracked. Again, I say this every time I feel like, but there were 14 grams of powder in here, which is a ton. My goal was to have this finished by the end of the year, and I was feeling really confident about that before I dropped it and had to repress it. I didn't add any additional product to this. It's just moving so much more slowly since it smashed and I had to like repress things into the middle. I kind of hate the middle part situation, but I'm trying. I keep getting distracted by my monitor and also my emails. Anyways, I don't think this is going to be done by the end of the year, but it's the main setting powder I've been using. I really thought I had reached for my Tarte bronzer more in the last month, but alas, I have 7 tracked uses for a total of 149 uses on this mini bronzer. This is a product that I feel so motivated by. Every time I'm reaching into this, I feel like there is the smallest difference, but that's really motivating to keep on reaching for. I am working on too many bronzers to focus on this completely, but I am trying my best. I'm really curious to see the comparison to the side. This bronzer had 3 grams of product. Like I said, I've used it 149 times that I have tracked. I feel like that's a lot for a mini bronzer, but I would love for this to be an empty by the end of this year. This foundation is so frustrating to work on. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I do have mine in the shade LW2. It's the foundation I'm reaching for most often, and I love the way it looks. It is so beautiful, has a very natural finish, medium coverage. It sticks around through the day, it doesn't wear off weird. I love it so much. I know it's discontinued, so apologies. But I wanted to use this up before it went bad because it is a product that I really love, but it's old. I've used this 12 times since the last update for a total of 86 tracked uses. Can't make a new line. Haven't been able to make a new line since like the 2nd month that it was in. I see like a tiny little bubble down here, but there is no way this foundation, which is a standard 1 fluid ounce of product, is still up to here after 86 uses and seeing no change month after month of using it 10 or more times every single month. Like, this is just so frustrating to work on, but this is still where there's a window. I've shown a light through here. I can't see anything different than this window that I see right under the word foundation, which is in line with this marking here. I've used it like 40 times since making this line. It doesn't make any sense. Like, this product does not settle, it does not move, but I can't. What if I shine a light like directly into it? Nope, I still am just looking at the same thing. It looks lower than that with my eye, but I can't tell enough to make a new line, and obviously when I make the line, this wand is in there as well. All I can say is I'm reaching for this. It's the foundation I use most often, though I am reaching for something else just here and there to get use out of my collection, but it's just very frustrating to never have any visual changes on the bottle. Speaking of no visual changes on the bottle, I haven't been able to mark my Kosas Revealer concealer in a long time. It's just really coating the walls of this concealer. However, I've used it 7 times since the last update for a total of 97 uses since I bought this concealer, and we are almost at the point of needing to remove the stopper. I have been scraping at the walls, but even still, not a ton of product is coming out on the wand. It's still enough for me to do my under eyes. Like, I'll dip in, do one under eye, dip in again to do the other, which is fine for me. And once I'm having to dip in, you know, a lot, I will remove the stopper, which I feel like that's coming up very soon. This concealer had 6 mils of product, or 0.2 fluid ounces, and like I said, I have 97 tracked uses on this. This is a concealer I only use under my eyes, and I really don't apply a ton, but this concealer is beautiful. It's probably my favorite in my collection. I'm very happy to continue working on this until it's an empty. It will probably be a repurchase down the road. But there is another concealer I really want to try when I finish this one. I love it a lot. I'm not rushing or wasting the product, but it would be really great to be at the stage where I have to remove the stopper, but the end is in sight. Lastly is a product I rolled in just last month, and that is my Tarte Park Avenue Lipstick Mini. I'm working on the Park Avenue Bronzer Mini and the Lipstick Mini. These are both very old in my collection. This is what the lipstick is looking like. I will also try and see if I've made any visual progress. I did like draw the little picture in my notebook here, but I have worn this for 3 days in the last month, which is not a lot, but as with everything, I'm working on a lot of lip products, and I really don't like reaching for the same lip product every single day. I find that very boring. However, 3 uses is not just like 3, you know, swipes on the lips. That's 3 full days with a creamy lipstick like this. It is what I'm wearing right now. I'm reapplying through the day, so I'm really hopeful that there will be a little bit of movement. I feel like just looking at it, it's looking very small, and that's obviously with like the plastic bit as well. Only that much lipstick. Like, please, for the love of God, I should be able to finish this before the end of the year. I have 3 more months. I'm really hoping to buckle down and knock out some of these things. I'm so very close on a lot of products in this project pan. That was all of my updates for the 10 products in this project pan. I have a sneaking suspicion that next month is going to be very exciting. I feel very confident that my makeup setting spray will be gone, that my primer will be gone, that the stopper will be out of my concealer, but I don't think it will be gone quite yet. And I'm really hopeful about pan on this blush. I think I've said that the last 3 months, but I just keep seeing so much visual progress. The pan cannot be much further. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just delusional. At least 2 rollouts would be so great. But that is everything for my updates on my rolling Project 10 pan. Slow and steady wins the race. I put some really difficult products in here this year, and I want to put like my gimme products or usage goals obviously in my other project pans, and I just feel really good about these core products. Like, I'm also trying to finish a different primer, but 50% of the time I'm using this primer. I'm using this almost every single day, this almost every single day, this almost every single day, etc. Like, these are the core products in my makeup routine right now, and it just feels good to be consistently reaching for a smaller selection of products and then seeing that visual progress on some of these at least. Sorry you had to listen to my gross voice for this entire video. I'm very congested, as I'm sure you have all been able to tell, but I am on the mend. I am feeling fine now, but I still sound disgusting. I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching today's Project Pan update. I really hope to have an amazing one next month. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!